Tottenham Hotspur 2, Manchester City 1, Tottenham Hotspur advance in the Carabao Cup. Welcome into Top of the Perch. I am your host, as always, Nick Burt. I mean, it truly cannot get any better for a Wednesday evening to be capped off with a Tottenham victory over Manchester City. There is no better feeling, especially advancing on in a cup competition. That is always great. Very excited about that. I know that this wasn't City's, strong team. This was, a mix of starters and, reserves. And I get it. I get it from Pep. I get why he's done it because these fixtures, especially when you're in Europe, they're just coming really fast right now. So to get some rest here, I get the decision from Pep there. I know he said in the previous round, no first team players. Obviously they had some mixed in today, but this was a heavily rotated squad for City. For Tottenham, there were some changes in it, but this was relatively a very strong squad. So for Tottenham, that it meant we got to get a victory here. There's no other way of putting it. And let me tell you, Tottenham start off very fast. On the attack, it's Kulusevski crosses the ball into the box. Timo Werner's there, and Timo Werner, he finishes it. He puts it in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Tottenham 5 minutes into the game. And I mean, the fact that it was Timo Werner that scored it too, it's just absolutely incredible. It's a goal that he needed. I feel like very bad. Beautiful build-up. I mean, Kulusevski, oh boy, that was a absolutely beautiful cross. Timo Werner just not even tracked by Man City there. It was a beautifully developed goal. Tottenham had the lead 1-0 very early on. As the game progressed, kind of felt like this was going to be more of a game that Tottenham had to get on those counterattacks. In the 15th minute, I know there was a turnover in the attacking third for Tottenham by Man City, so put them right on the attack. It was Werner again. Of course, he doesn't finish. He only finishes once in a great while, so you got to take what you can get. But this was going to be a game where Tottenham had to take advantage of those opportunities that they would get. So 25th minute, it's off a corner. It is Kulusevski, passes it to Sarr, who's outside the box, finds the bottom corner of the net. It is 2-0 to Tottenham 25 minutes into this game. And even though they were not controlling possession whatsoever, Tottenham were dominating this game. They were up 2-0 against the Man City side that had not lost a game this year. Obviously, again, heavily rotated squad. You got to, take what you can get. But this was huge. It was absolutely huge that Tottenham had the early lead in this one. Again, there were really no complaints whatsoever from me. But like I said, City dominated possession in this game. They had plentiful opportunities. I mean, Foden had a great opportunity in the 43rd minute. He shoots it above the bar. If he could have got a good foot on that probably makes it 2-1, but it's still 2-0. Vicario, he creates a bad turnover just a minute later, creates a counterattacking opportunity, which leads to a free kick from the top of the box. It was followed by Romero. It was kind of a needed tackle. It felt like that was going to end up bad for Tottenham. But the free kick amounts to nothing here. We move on to the 4th minute of stoppage time as City are on the attack. The ball gets thrown into the box to Nunez. He's at the far post. Vicario, completely gone. That finds the back of the net, of course, and it is 2-1 Man City, 2-1 Tottenham, I should say, right before the half. And it kind of felt like, hey, if City get back in this game, that's going to be the goal that does it. Like, this could become a problem. I was fully prepared for Tottenham to just mentally break and collapse in this one. But it seemed like that goal coming at halftime may have been a little bit of a help because you can kind of get it out of your system without playing any actual minutes. Because that goal was much earlier. I think we would have had much bigger of a problem. Obviously, subs are coming into play in this second half. Tottenham, I mean, even like I said, they kept getting opportunities on the counterattack where they could have killed this game multiple times. Brennan Johnson had a shot that deflected. Solanke tried to put it away, but he was miles offside, but he still didn't finish it anyways. That was like the 47th, 48th minute, somewhere around there. Another counterattacking in the 50th minute. I believe it was Werner, just one-on-one with the keeper. He, of course, shoots it wide. Again, you can only get one goal from him. You can't really ask for much more. So you got to take what you can get here. But this second half was more about the missed opportunities for Tottenham because they came, they were coming fast and they were all on the counterattack too, which it's a good thing to see coming back from Tottenham. I know we've seen it a lot. Kind of felt like it's died away the past few weeks. Good to see that back. I mean, that has been one of the keys for Tottenham this year is that counter-attacking prowess. And City, like, they controlled the possession in the second half too, but they also didn't do much with it, like, whatsoever. So, I mean, that's just about all it was for the game highlights. I mean, just an absolutely incredible game for Tottenham to win. A game that I don't think a lot of people, were expecting to win, especially in the fan base after the 1-0 loss on Sunday to Palace. But here we are, get the victory. We're moving on to the 5th round of the Carabao Cup. Let's take a look at the stats from this game. Like I said, Tottenham were dominated in this game. I mean, City had 68% of the possession. They had 15 total shots. Tottenham had only 11 shots in this game on their 32% of possession. 7 of those on target compared to City's 3. So there was a major discrepancy in good shots in this game, which is another big thing from this back line that was basically just thrown together today. And the plans thrown out in the 14th minute when Mickey Van de Ven had to get subbed off with an injury. Obviously, I hope that it is not severe. I might be, though. That's very worrying. Expected goals, 0.88 for Tottenham, who had 2 goals in this game. 1.42 for City, who had just 1 goal. So major discrepancy there, too. Tottenham had 300 total completed passes compared to the 636 for Man City. Fouls, Tottenham of 17 in this game. It's a lot, which is a little bit worrying, but still we got the job done. 3 yellow cards, and the teams both had 4 corners. So given that, let's take a look at the player ratings for this match. We start up top, Timo Werner. He obviously was one of the goal scorers today. He got that goal in the 5th minute. It was incredible. It was an incredible goal because, like I said, it felt like he needed that one. He got that one, put Tottenham up 1-0, and of course it felt like that would be the decider in this one, kind of. Obviously, it doesn't end up being that, but still, very good from him. He got subbed off, I believe, 68th minute, somewhere around there. But still, very good performance from him. Dominic Solanke, 6'6". He can't find space, or Tottenham can't find him when he is in space. It's one or the other. And I'm hoping that it develops more as we get more on into the season and we aren't dealing with this all year. But knowing Tottenham, we probably will. Brennan Johnson, he also got subbed off in the 68th minute. I gave him a 7-4. I thought he had a decent game. He had a few good opportunities on net. Obviously, did not amount to a goal today, but still, you felt his presence out there. He is still very much worries the attack that, he could be a goal scorer, worries that the opposing defense, all that stuff. Very good game from him. Obviously no goal, but still thought very decent from him today. Kulusevski, man of the match, 2 assists, 8.9. An absolutely incredible game for Dejan Kulusevski. I mean, that was just absolutely incredible what he put on. The 2 assists were absolutely brilliant too, which makes it even better. That was just absolutely amazing to watch. He may be the best midfielder Tottenham have right now, and that's not even his normal position, which is absolutely insane to say, but it's true. Because then we get to our other 2 midfielders that played in this game, which was Bentancur and Sarr. They both earned a 7-8. I thought they had decent days. Obviously, Sarr was a goal scorer in this one. Bentancur, I thought he had a decent game, but I don't think either of them are what Kulusevski is doing right now. Mickey van de Ven, he was subbed off, like I said, in the 14th minute. Looked like a hamstring injury once again. So he doesn't really do much in this match to get graded, so he just ends up with a 6-3. Dragusin and Romero, I thought they did a decent job today, given with the Van de Ven injury, like this may be the back line for a little while. I thought they did decent. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible. They earn a 7-6. And, I mean, that was the back line for only 52 minutes because then Romero got subbed off right after half for Ben Davies. Archie Gray, I thought he had a very good performance from, that right wing back position, whatever you want to consider it. I thought he did decent. I obviously would like to see him play more in the midfield, which is his designated position. But beggars can't be choosers right now. Midfield kind of full. I like him in this kind of backup role for either an Udogie or Pedro Porro. Vicario earns 7-6, even though he only faced 3 shots on the day, and one of them went in the goal. I thought he felt like he made a few decent saves today, which they needed a lot. Udogie, I wish he would have got some rest today because he is just constantly playing. He got 14 minutes of rest, but he gets subbed on because of the Van de Ven injury. He earns a 6-7. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible. Basuma got subbed on into the midfield at halftime. He picked up a yellow card, 7-3. I thought it was a decent performance from him. Ben Davies, he was put in that right center back position in the 52nd minute for Christian Romero. He gets a 6-9. I thought he did decent, just obviously not enough time there to keep increasing that score. Mikey Moore and Richarlison both got subbed on in the, I believe it was 65th, 66th, 68th, somewhere around there. Mikey Moore earns a 6-3. He had a few okay opportunities, wasn't outstanding. Richarlison, he had multiple opportunities where he should have finished and put this game away and made it 3-1 or, 4-1 if he would have finished the first one. But he doesn't. He gets a 6-5. So given that, a incredible performance from Tottenham Hotspur today as they move on to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, where after the draw was concluded today, they will be facing off against Manchester United at home. It's another Manchester team coming to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That will be, I believe it is the week commencing December 16th. That is smashed in between the Southampton away game for Tottenham and Liverpool home. So that's not great, especially on the back end, but it could be much worse. Who knows who's going to be managing Man United at that point? It most likely will be Almiron from Sporting Club de Portugal. But, who knows? Who knows? But in the near future, Tottenham will play Aston Villa on Sunday at home. That will be a second straight home game before I believe they head out on the road next week to Turkey to face off against Galatasaray in the Europa League. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Top of the Perch. Thank you so much for watching. If you just stumble across Top of the Perch and you love Tottenham or love watching, Tottenham fans react after the inevitable collapse, this is the place to subscribe. So make sure you subscribe to the Nick Bird Sports Network. If you love college football, check out the Merrifield Sportsbook show. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you back again on Sunday to recap that game against Aston Villa here on Top of the Perch.